We have what we call the rule of 636. The first number, the 6, refers to the minimum amount of months of historical receipt of that income. Lenders want to document that the payor is paying the payee as agreed. 6 months minimum. We also need 36 months of continuance into the future with those payments lasting. So it's not one or the other, it's both. So if we have a total of 3 years of support payments, we meet the 6 but not the 36. So with that in mind, we want to look at the 36 months a little bit closer, right? So in this case, if we have, let's just say he's paying her, and the agreement is he's going to pay her alimony or spousal support until one of them gets remarried or passes away. It already meets the 36, because we lenders can't come in and say, well, what if she dies beforehand? Or that's not for us to say. We call it perpetuity. It automatically meets the 36. But what if it has an end date? I'm paying you till our child turns 18. Child's already 16 years old. We have an end date before 36 months. Or on spousal support, sometimes it says, I'm going to pay you until January of 2025. We don't have the continuance needed. So these 4 bullet points here are very important. It all begins with clear and concise written orders. Underwriters are not going to fill in the blanks for you. Okay, so underwriters come to work every day fearful of them losing their job on a file that they approved 9 months earlier. So it has to be clear. When attorneys are present, oftentimes it is very clear. But even to the point where, say there's 2 kids, one's going to age out in less than 3 years, one's going to not age out, what is the divvy for each of the kids? If it's $6,000 total, do we assume it's $3,000 each? What if it's $1,000 and $5,000 or $2,000 and $4,000? So the clearer we can be on the orders, the less the underwriter has to go out on a limb to approve that loan, the better odds we have of getting that loan approved. So non-ambiguous, clear orders, identifying who the payee is, who the payor is, the amount being paid, when it starts, when it finishes, at the very least. Signed and dated by all parties, fully executed. The money that's being paid has to be audit trailed. Okay, so no cash payments. Let's not use Venmo or PayPal or all the other different apps because they don't have the same type of documentation on there. We want to see it coming from an account to another account. When I say that, by the way, it can't come from a joint account in both of their names to the one person, right? So say he's paying her, the money can't come from a joint account in both of their names over to her because she's paying herself as far as we're concerned. Has to come from an individual account. We have to be able to trace that. Now, no bartering. So let's say he has to pay her $6,000, but this month he covered the bill for the gardener and the pool guy. He paid $500. So he says, I'm just going to pay her the remaining $5,500. We need to see that agreed upon amount coming in every single month. In that situation, if he wants to, or she wants to kind of equalize him, she could write him a check separately for $500. But if the agreement is $6,000, we need $6,000 coming in every single month. Don't expect the underwriter to go and look at your bank statements and go, oh, well, he paid the gardener this month. We're not doing that. So pay as agreed if you want that income to qualify. Last one here, no netting out. Let's use a bigger number. Say he's paying her $10,000 a month. And he says, well, I'm going to pay all the bills first and give you what's left. I'm going to pay the mortgage, the kids, doctor bills, soccer practice, or whatever, karate. I'll give you what's left. We have no way of knowing what that money is. So in that situation, it's better to have him pay her the entire $10,000, and then she sets up payments out of that money to pay those debts. Sometimes there's a bit of a clash between life logic and lender logic. This is what's going to be used when you pursue this in place. Because in the end, the income has to be consistent and stable, paid as agreed each and every time if you want this to be used for qualifying income.